From this terminal in northern BC, expected to double its production of liquefied natural gas, to this nuclear plant an hour east of Toronto, Ottawa's big bet on kickstarting the Canadian economy is coming into focus.
For the nuclear industry, which is based in Ontario, for Canada and globally, this is huge.
The small modular reactor at the Darlington site is one of 5 so-called nation-building projects Ottawa has approved for a final review by its Major Projects Office. It has also submitted expansions of copper mines in Saskatchewan and BC and the Port of Montreal. With Canada locked in a trade war with the U.S., the Prime Minister expects the projects to generate more than $60 billion in revenue.
The support is there with Indigenous partners. Much of the other work has been done. There's a few things to be done to shepherd across the line.
But an oil pipeline, a major request of Alberta Premier Danielle Smith, is not on the list. Still, she's pleased with plans so far.
I can tell you that when I looked at the first 5 projects, I thought finally they get it, because it's all the projects that have been difficult to build.
British Columbia is even happier.
I am proud that 40% of the projects listed by the federal government on their priority project list today are British Columbia projects.
But it's not all rave reviews for Carney.
He's not permitted a single major mine, pipeline, nuclear plant, or anything else. What he's done today is announce that he's going to send an email to an office that isn't even fully staffed up yet.
The Prime Minister also released another list, this one of projects not quite ready for the fast-track treatment, including a high-speed rail corridor between Toronto and Quebec City and an Alberta-based carbon capture project. He said those could be in the next wave before mid-November. Rafi Boudjikani on CBC News, Edmonton.
So let's bring in our chief political correspondent, Rosemary Barton, now. So, Rosie, what do you make of the response to these projects so far?
Adrienne, listen, there's been a lot of positive response, maybe from places where you might not have expected it. Alberta Premier, Nova Scotia Premier, but there is criticism too. The Conservative leader skeptical that this is really going to change anything. Environmental groups suggesting the government may not be as committed to climate change as it should be, given some of the choices today. And some Indigenous groups questioning whether there will be enough consultation on these big projects, given how quickly the Prime Minister wants to move.
Presumably, clearly, the Liberals chose these 5 projects for a reason.
Yeah, these ones are pretty far along. They've already got private investment lined up. A lot of the regulatory hurdles are already crossed, which means the government can take credit once they're done and try to create some momentum ahead of, more complicated projects that may even require taxpayer money. The whole plan, though, while a response to Donald Trump's tariff war, is also in response to slowing economic growth, low productivity, employment challenges, particularly for young people. And it is really the beginning of a vast restructuring of the Canadian economy that the Prime Minister, at least, believes will create more investment and more opportunity. It starts with these major projects, but it's going to include a whole bunch of other things. A plan to build homes that could come as early as this weekend, a climate competitiveness strategy, an industrial defense strategy, all with the intent of getting Canada building more with what it already has. How that works exactly, we'll see. Canadians already feeling, as you know, so much of these economic pressures. Prime Minister has a little room to maneuver here politically, but the results will need to come very quickly.
They will indeed. Rosemary Barton, thank you.
Thanks, Adrienne.